You're alive now. You're alive. You're. Nah. I think the seats might be alright. Seats might be alright. So just give them the seats.
Too far. Too far.
Is there seats there?
Jim. Yes. Just 2 seats. Just pull it back there. Just push it back there again. Pull it back there. Pull it back there. Pull it back there. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see that. Is the light not working on here?
It is working. It is working.
It's not wrong.
Nice and close, Stephanie. Happiness.
Yes, James. I'm just trying to get. You want to get your camera sit here in the middle?
Yeah, no.
Okay. So where's the seat here? Where's the seat? Was that seat there?
Yeah, that's the seat there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So okay. And where are you going to be sitting?
I'm going to sit here now, okay? I'm going to sit here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. What's it? What's it? Yeah.
Oh. Don't need that. Oh. Hello, everyone. Okay. Just put that in there. Okay. Don't need that. Don't worry. Okay. Right. Hello, everyone. Sorry for today. This is another podcast from Tales from Saintfield, and today we're going to be introducing my uncle Kevin, and you can just hear him. He's coming in. Gotta make sure the thing's wrong. How can I hear that? Hello. Good. Hello.
James, I've got tea here, darling.
How do you all get to see?
Yeah, I've got tea for Uncle Kevin, James. Okay, sweetie. Okay.
Okay.
It's only got an hour, darling.
Yeah, no.
Down, so.
Yes, no.
Okay. So happy day and Maddie day. Well, I just come.
Okay.
Right, come on. And you're sitting in the middle here, Kevin.
Okay. Hello. Okay, we're in. Hello, Emma.
You're sitting in the middle.
You said in the middle there, Uncle Kevin. Okay.
Yes, Kevin. So.
And the house girl's good fit with my tea.
I've got your tea then.
What's your tea there, Uncle Kevin?
Okay. Let's get.
Okay. Here. You sit here, Uncle Kevin. You sit my seat, okay? You sit on the softer seat. Okay.
Wait,
So
can you see him, James?
you can see him. I have to be able to see him. So you sit there, how do you able to see him? Just we got wheels there, okay?
Oh, that's good.
This will be shown when I'm dead.
Oh yes.
No, it'll be shown tonight.
Shown tonight,
After the BBC News.
After the BBC News.
James, you need to bring him in a bit more, James.
Yeah, just bring in a wee bit more on Kevin. Just bring in a wee bit more.
Can you just get you the star?
You just start here.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mine is-
See, what's the red lead for, James?
Just for me a second. Here's gonna. Okay. So you can see. Okay.
Just one
I got. Have that one. Hello.
Hello.
Testing.
Just hold on, let's set
There's
this
a
in.
microphone there. Hello. Good.
Where's Kevin?
Hello.
Where's Kevin?
There's no Kevin there. So yes.
Right, Kevin, so there. Right. So James,
Okay, I'm gonna start off. Okay.
he's gonna slip in and out, Kevin, all right?
Okay. Make sure I'm in the shot here too.
Try and swing around so we can. We're all in picture.
Yeah, all in picture.
okay.
All in picture. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
we're all good.
Yes.
Hello, testing. There's the microphone there. Okay. Okay.
Is it a good recording?
Hello. This is
Good,
hello.
What day is it?
Today is Monday, the 8th of June 2026. It's the second episode from stories from Saintfield or stories from the cave, and we're now in June. He's my dad's good looking.
7.
So he is, and he's my dad's good looking brother, isn't he? Are you one of all the brothers?
Well, I had my wig on one day, so I
Have the wig on. Okay.
I was born the day before the Queen was married.
Day before the Queen was. And when was the Queen married? The 19. What was the Queen?
What year was that, Kevin?
What was that? What year was that?
47.
47.
I came out for the wedding, so I did.
Oh, you came out for the wedding, brilliant. And here, did you get your invitation?
My invitation? No, I didn't get my invitation.
Oh yeah, very cool. There's no need to send them off like a wee bouquet now, so there's not.
And,
Okay.
I don't know why I was born in hospital or up in the main street.
You were in the main street. You were the last one to be born up in the main street where the white horses.
No,
No, you weren't the last one. Patricia was the last one. All right, I thought you were the last one.
That's how I ended up. See that finger there?
Yes.
Caesar's fault.
That was Moya's fault.
Moya's fault. Do you want to tell them what happened there?
Well,
Tell us the story. What's the story?
Now, I was about 3-year-old. I can remember as well. And Patricia was lying in the settee sleeping, and she was a wee baby. She could have been a year old, okay? And I wanted to see her. Just how I could waken her. So Moya pushed me out into the hall.
Okay.
The inside, not the outside door, the inside door, and closed it. I went to turn to come back in and close the door behind me.
Okay.
My finger was still caught in the door.
Ooh.
Okay, the top of my finger was hanging off.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I was yelling and screaming and everything. Mommy was down the back garden.
Okay.
So somebody had to go down the steps,
And get
across the yard, into the back garden, and Mommy was about to kill me when she came out, and I was still bawling my head off.
Kill you? Yeah. Was not going to kill your sister?
No, but she thought I was just crying. She didn't
she
realize
wanted attention?
Yeah. So when they opened the door, the top of my finger was hanging down, so it was.
Ooh. Did you have to go to the doctors, did you? Did you get to the doctors?
Barney Hughes, Vincent Lavery was there, and he remember him taking it up and up. And the doctor couldn't stitch it because, you know what I mean? So I just bandaged it together, and I haven't sued her yet for it. So I haven't
sued her. You should make sure you probably get a good like cream now, so you could.
And then in the early days, the house. I remember actually.
So the house was up in the main street in Saintfield where the White Horse is.
Where the White Horse is. Actually, do you see when you would go into the White Horse? Into the hallway, and there's a toilet to the right. That would be into part of that Mommy's living room. So it is.
Is that the male toilets or the female toilet?
I don't know.
The male,
The male toilets. Okay.
And I remember laying a wee wooden cot. It was
when you were 17.
17.
No, I remember because Mommy's and Dad's room was always the best. The top room was the full length of the thing of the house. But I remember early days, and like a wee wooden. I don't know, it was some sort of a cot. I remember sleeping in it. What age was I then? 2 or 3, and then
probably younger.
What?
Probably younger.
Good. Well, and I remember when Santa came one time, and I remember Santa come up the stairs, and we were all up in the top room, and I cried. I was hiding underneath.
Oh, make sure were you nervous to get Santa sorry and then give you any presents?
Santa didn't. But we used no. I'm just thinking back in those times, and then we used to play. We used to play out in the church streets, play football in the church streets.
Because I remember I found one of Uncle Brian's audio recordings he done for the BBC, and he says he used to run along like the hammers of hell, say at night time. If your mum sent you down to get down to the shops, it was very terrible at night time. But see, during the day, I think you're always playing in that wee length of grass.
Yeah, just in behind the church. And if you kick the ball, you never went into the graveyard for the ball.
Until the next day.
The next day.
You in case Sammy McVeigh or somebody was in there.
Mhm.
But yes, good memories there. Good
Yeah,
memories.
yeah. See, we're back to Christmas. What was your humor? What was your favorite? Do you have any particular Christmas present that you got, Uncle Kevin? Was there
Well-
any particular thing? You know, my dad would say, "Oh, him and Uncle George shared a toy racing car." Was there anything that you got particular?
Uncle David, Marshall's across North Marshall shop.
Yes. Oh, that's
They always
opposite.
had decorations. They had and Uncle David used to come every Christmas Eve
Mm.
and buy a good lot of toys and bring them over to Mommy.
Mm-hmm.
And Mommy asked him one time, would he not give them toys for Santa to give to the youngsters? And he said, no, those toys are from me. And they were the best toys about.
Oh, so that's I mean, they can. Did you get the best toys then? About
Well, we all get
all the best one?
But
See, that was before my time, James.
Yeah, sweet.
and remember, do you see all the people who were born or lived up in Saintfield, up in the White
Oh,
Horse?
White Horse.
Red Horse. None of us drank.
No, that's right. Yeah, so why
The
the
drinkers
ones
started when they came to Queen's Park.
Queen's
Yeah.
Park.
Philomena.
Philomena, yeah, but
No, fella.
yeah, I didn't drink. So
No,
James.
Philomena was
Born in the White Horse as well.
she was born up there because I remember actually when the first night went up to Queen's Park, there was no the bin, no the your bin at the
Aye.
Yeah.
it was sitting in the corner where the hot press was,
Mm.
and somebody was sitting on top of it nursing Philomena.
Mm.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I remember
The
that.
bin was in the house.
Bin was
Yes, when you're moving into Queen's Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bin was sitting in the corner
Something,
of the hot press.
yeah. So
And then
it's after
that-
you, something Philomena. So you're
Philim-
so like you're 5. So one of you was
Trisha
Patricia, and then Auntie Philomena.
and Philomena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So somebody was sitting on top of the bin in the living room.
Somebody was
nursing
sitting
Philomena.
with a hot press.
Yeah.
Somebody was nursing. I can always remember that. And Daddy, a lot of the
Can just come forward.
Just go forward.
a lot of the what do you call it was
Come
a
forward.
lot of the Uncle Daddy nearly crashed the car, Uncle David's car,
Mm-hmm.
going up round past Fancy Newell's, coming up
Aye.
with all
How did
packed-
he manage that? Was he like was he coming? No, I know. Was he coming home? Was he coming home late from work one night? Was it?
No.
No?
He was
On the night you were moving.
on the night we were moving.
Mhm.
He was bringing stuff. And
Back,
the car
back and
was
forth. Back.
And they couldn't get the car into gear and run right back and right round the corner and it ran across the road. So it did.
Did it?
Oh,
Seriously?
But he probably forgot to leave
No.
off the handbrake, did he? Or
well,
the road?
I don't know what happened, but he lucky there was no traffic in the
Mm.
road that
My
night.
God.
but it was-
So
Same-
right down to the Queen's Park, across
but
the main road.
it couldn't get what do you call it? It couldn't get it into gear and probably that much garbage in it and run back and
Oh my word.
Can you
That would have been a good
that was
start.
that was a good start today.
Yeah.
That's a good start moving the Queen's Park. Pity someone
And then-
didn't have
and
any
then
iPhones
I remember
back
being
then.
when going to the primary school and they said to me, "How do you know where to go?"
And you went to St Mary's Primary School,
Yeah.
and you were in the one like you were in the old school down with Cumber Street was, weren't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
We used to run up. We used to run up at dinner time.
Back up home
Back up home for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
in the
But-
Queen's Park.
In the Queen's Park.
Queen's
And,
Park.
and I remember in the early days, couldn't remember where the house was. Do you know what I mean? You're running down the hill and there's
Didn't
You
watch
can
that
remember-
show you were going to.
What house did you could have been some stranger's house?
no, there wasn't a chance of that there.
No
But
chance of that.
Anne and Mary said my daddy lived like a king, so it did like
Yeah.
with a flush toilet. And then
Yeah.
whereas our Uncle David's had a dry
Oh
toilet.
yeah, you actually had to walk out to the shed. The toilet was outside.
The toilet was but not in our house in Queen's
Yeah,
Park.
no, you but I don't go David's house.
Oh, and Uncle
No,
David's house was about a dry toilet.
A dry toilet? What's a dry?
It wasn't a flush toilet.
Oh, wasn't a flush toilet?
So
Oh, I didn't know there
there's
was.
just like a big can sitting there.
Oh,
James.
okay. So somehow.
It's
Yes,
that
yes,
height there,
yeah.
but not there. With a bit lower down, and
The
you
toilet seat on.
used to sit on it and
It's
said,
not.
if we could get another one in there, and we could move to the side there, so it could.
See, like I'm saying, like how times have changed really. So I didn't know there was such thing as a dry toilet.
Oh God,
I
James,
didn't know,
if
but
you
I-
moved out to your
I thought that was something like. 'Cause I remember when I was out in East Field with Father Raymond, they used like there's just a hole in the ground really.
No,
so it
no,
was.
no.
So that's even worse.
Does it work?
That's even worse. Cam. There wasn't no toilet at all, just a hole in the ground.
just I'm sure like in the building sites they used to do that there.
Mhm.
See in there, you just dug a hole and put a hut in front of it, and just a bench across, and you sat there, or they just used a shovel do what they had in the shovel and just throw it across the field.
Well, moving on quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's get back to the main
That's
street.
the main street. So like
Yes, they were happy days in the main street, of course they were.
yeah. So like so
Or
here
Saintfield show.
Saintfield will have when was the Saintfield show on the
Saintfield show was, and what we used to do in our
Saintfield was in the cricket field.
yeah cricket club. Okay, cricket club. Oh yeah, and
but you hadn't enough money to pay in. So what we used to do was Brian and us.
bribe them.
No. We used to go up early. It'd be 6 o'clock in the morning, okay, and hide in ET Green. We could have walked about the field, but we were too young. Walk, and then at 9 o'clock, the 9 o'clock the water colors.
Yes,
The 9 o'clock the water colors would have opened. Okay, the gates would have come open. So we would have hung about, and then when you were coming out, stamped your hand. Put a stamp in your hand to say that you've already been in.
Pay, yeah. So they actually still do that now. We go into the nightclubs now. When you pay in, they stamp your hands.
Then we went up to the park, and then you transferred that stand on to somebody else. And then Mommy maybe give you a shilling or sixpence to go down and get an ice cream. So you would the next person coming in was getting free too, and then they would have come out maybe an hour later and get it, and that's how you done all day.
So that's what, and then they'll have to go to confessions the next day and tell Father McKinley.
So
I remember
I
one
think
time
they was tortured.
when I had no football boots, and we would have played football against Ballygowan. Now I'm talking primary school.
Yeah, primary school. Who like one? Here.
I can't
remember.
And what I'm saying that Brian this particular day wasn't playing, or was away somewhere, maybe at school. And he lent me his football boots, and those were the football boots
with cork studs.
With cork studs. And what did I do? I put them on at Saintfield.
James, the match was in Ballygowan.
Okay.
Kevin put the boots on in Saintfield.
You walked the whole way down, ran the whole way down to Ballygowan?
Got as far as Shepherd's Bridge. Which is just there's the garden centre.
Yes, the garden centre. Yes.
There's just Shepherd's Bridge. There's a bridge there. I had to get off, take my boots off, and walk with my socks soles to Ballygowan because the studs were coming up through the.
I bet not here. And did you ruin the Did you ruin the football bits?
Well, Brian wasn't too happy.
Yeah.
When I came home and saw the state of his football bits.
Oh, I bet you, but he was cursing you. But he was
I didn't know. Brian cursed.
No.
You weren't allowed to say bloody in front of Brian.
No.
You know what I mean?
So here, let me say this. So like you're I take it like you're the best cricketer in the coach. Like you, Uncle Brian, and then you were heavily involved with the Saintfield cricket team, and then also you're involved in the AYC. Weren't you AYC man?
Yeah. Well, that was the New Year. So
that was the years.
Okay. Way well on my head. Sorry.
You're way ahead.
I'm just trying to get enough in here.
Tell James about the annuals at Christmas. No, the annuals.
I do remember that because remember like.
Listen. Do you see now? First of all, do you see it, and at Land time, you didn't need any sweets. But if anybody gave you a sweet, no matter what it was, like a sticky sweet, we just put it in a box.
Tin box.
Tin box.
Or a cardboard box. And it all built up. And then see when it came Easter Sunday, Brian and I had them also with it. Hard sweets, you know what I mean?
Did you get any of the producers?
Sure. No, like you and young Brian just F them all.
But yes, on Christmas we got older. Santa didn't come to us so much, but we had to save up for an annual. Or have a Tiger annual. Or I'm sure you have all them.
Yeah, because I remember one Christmas, Dad, they got you all.
Yeah, well, something similar. And you had to save 7 and 6pence.
7 6. And how much is that today?
And
10 shillings is 50p.
Yes, so it would have been about 37.5p.
37.5p.
You had trouble saving that, and we were on the altar at the time, and the priest would give you 2 shillings at Christmas, which beefed it up.
2 shillings is 10p, James.
2 shillings.
2 shillings was like a pound, was it?
It was worth more then.
So that get you through it. And then I remember the following. You see, you had a wee Christmas card that you paid into Fred Hazel's. You went in, and every penny you had, you give it, and he wrote it down in the book. Okay, that's what built it up. And then one year it was up to 10 shillings. Daniel, and we said we'd never ever be able to afford this. But then Uncle Charlie started giving us money.
Uncle Charlie as
Oh,
well.
Charlie.
Yes, but Mommy, well, Uncle Charlie maybe didn't give it to Christmas Day, but the money wasn't there. So Mommy would have give you the £50, and then you give Uncle Charlie's £50 to Mama. You know what I mean? So like, imagine taking maybe 3 or 4 months to save up 50p.
That'd be like I don't think I could. I don't think I would. I probably would have the sanity to save up. Like, was that over from like for the whole year? Was it or
No,
was that
that's from September.
September.
It was over for about 4 months. Just
4
for
months.
4
Like
months.
we
Yeah.
were talking 50p.
Yeah,
James,
to
you
save
know,
up. Yeah. But it was big money then, James.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
big
was
money. Because I remember one time I was saving up to buy a game like years ago, where I saved up to buy like the game was £24 at the time.
you
24
could buy a
pounds.
new car for that.
Buy a car too. Things I guess I think see back in your day, everything was like paid in. Everything seemed to be very cheap. They say because I time watch like all those comedy shows really. They're talking about here that tin of beans is like 5p. Like if we're and now everything's like tin of beans is like over £1 now. You see,
I
price
don't know.
cost of living's going up and up and up.
My tea's getting cold here.
No, you don't mean a tea going cold. Okay.
What do you see when we went down to play football at Ballygown or Dark Cross? We played. We just put coach down. You were playing Dark Cross,
And that was for the goal keepers, the goalposts.
and I remember one Sunday I stayed out at Uncle Davy's, and I went away down the bike to play football against Dark. Okay, which was okay. And when I come back up again, I was still at primary school. I was staying at Uncle Davy's, and said, "Where were you?" And I said, "I was down in Dark playing football." And he gave off stink to me. And I remember saying, "No, Uncle Davy."
Uncle Davy. What did he give you off for you? What was it?
Because if any of his Protestant neighbours would have known that one of his family friends were playing football on Sunday, and I remember him sending me to bed. It didn't beat me, but I remember crying. So Uncle Davy then lived out the AOH hall.
Yeah.
Well, I had the whole 9 weeks that they were getting the house renovated, and I stayed out with them. So I did. Got the bus
And the Burnings Hall. I would Jones Rock.
I was not there anymore.
The Junks.
Not there anymore.
I know.
Because that other hall was different. That other hall was different. Yes, those were good times. You never thought.
Yeah, never thinking it wasn't like it was just like happy times. So it was like this.
Listen, see this far. There was only radios. I remember when the TV came out and the man was reading the new ones. I went around the back to see if I could see him reading.
You can't thought he was just like there was a hole cut out.
Yeah.
Really, like because I would thought that.
But that's what I'm telling you. Life was so simple. Life was, and we were all happy.
Kevin, what about Mrs. Creighton? Wasn't the fun?
Oh, aye, yes.
So listen,
Mrs. Creighton.
Mrs. Creighton, you know Sammy and Pat?
Yes,
Sammy and Pat Sands.
Okay.
They lived at the top of Queen's Park.
Top of Queen's Park.
On the left-hand side.
Left-hand side. Up.
The wee narrow.
The wee narrow lane. Up I can pass the.
The very last house on the
very
left-hand
last
side.
Okay.
And this Sammy and Pat must have come out from Belfast and they were kicking football up at the top road down Public Street, and Big Pat Martin and Brian, but I didn't particularly know them that well, you know what I mean? So I was a wee lad, and then it was maybe time to go and see the Lone Ranger.
Okay.
And they
It was a cowboy, James.
Cowboy, I know the Lone Ranger because Uncle Cam was this. The only thing you like seeing watching the cowboy films, like 1907. That was his like.
But so they went on in and just left me standing there. So what did I do? I kicked the ball into the garden. Okay, went up there, wrapped the door, and Mrs. Creighton, I says, "Can I kick the ball into the garden? Can I go and get it?" She said, "Well, do you want to come in and watch television?" So that was my excuse to go and watch television.
Okay.
And so that's it.
No charge. No charge.
We used to go in every Saturday for grandstand.
Your answer was the football back then, the match of the day.
Yeah. Well, no, not the match of the day.
Results.
So it's the sporting results.
Yeah. That's all. And we had no TV at all. Until Daddy got one out of Walter Mullins in Crossgar.
For the 1967.
No, it was way early.
Was it earlier than that?
It was still black and white, so it was.
So it wasn't coloured out.
No, not at all.
Folks,
sorry about that, Kev.
Sorry about that.
Or I remember
the Wi-Fi.
We used to play. During the summer holidays, we played cricket. Now I'm talking about we're sort of primary school or
In the square.
In the square.
No, I would play in the square, But we went up to the cricket field. We were up to the cricket field about 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And when you went up to Hugh McGrady's, they had a chewing gum machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, when the arm was it wasn't 10p.
It was.
pence.
Of course, it was Thruppence cabin.
Yeah, could have been thruppence, and you turned it around and you got your tube of ice cream, tube of chewing gum out. But when the arrow was up at a certain position, you put your number at 3 out 2. So you used to wait around.
Before you get for the actually,
you get an accent. Did you know that?
Well, that's what I remember the machines being there because you put the money in, you did that there, and the thing dropped down.
Yes.
So was there an indicator on it that says nearly empty or something?
No. There was an indicator. There was an arrow.
We read arrow.
See, if somebody didn't know that,
Yeah.
the arrow when you turn next to the arrow, it goes out to every circulation.
Oh, right, okay.
So you always a wee bit extra. Extra.
No, but that's what you used to do. If you went up and saw it was maybe the next one to it, or a couple from it, you would hang back and let somebody else go
use the machine,
and then you moved in. So you did, or what?
It's kind of those are like gambling. Those are the gambling scenes. Like, although because I remember like one of our security guards over in Asta, he used to every time people get in their lucky dips scratch card, he was always watching them really who's getting what through, so he knew when to go over to get maybe it could be the big jackpot or something, something like that there.
Yes. And what else was there? Remember about kind of the old times? Oh, I tell you where we used to. Now, where's where we used to play football?
Yeah, where did you just? Let's see, play football everywhere. See the every field.
But listen, see the car park, the driveway of the chapel there.
Yes,
we would come down. We would play Dorn's Rock there. And the place was being bunged, so it would. Michael McCall, we were playing against Michael. But that's where we played our football, just for the chapel.
Yeah, for the chapel. Down there, right, just before the chapel. But that was
yes, James. So it's actually between the chapel and the Poker House.
Yes.
There was a dip there.
Yeah, sure. Like,
there was.
You wouldn't have raised cows.
No, you wouldn't have. But there was enough
for
okay, so before the chapel was built, that was your football pitch.
No, it was down in the
valley.
Yeah. And also in the bog over there.
Yeah.
See when you come down the park there.
Behind Niels.
Yeah. Only needs you run down his lane because one of the dogs that can bark and after you. You know what I mean? And then the bog, which would actually bring you onto the railway track.
Yes, that's right.
And that's called the bog. It must be sort of like lanes there, so it was in that vicinity.
Well, Kevin, do you know what there is now? Do you know where JD and all lives?
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah,
that's Roundale.
So that used to be
but then you were further down.
You were further back.
Because you were going past Wally Neal's house, so you were there's a runway down there, the walkway down there.
It was really
because Tommy McMahon and Jim McMahon, they would have been organising the football then.
Sure, at one stage, John McMullan, he started up a team again, and they played down in the bog down over there, and had light blue jerseys that hold them like after one of the World Cups was very well, maybe Mexico or something like that.
Yes,
all these new jerseys come out and all be pinholes in them.
Yeah,
that's what was in the make.
Yeah.
So that you could breathe there. Because I remember Jerry Warden playing for them down there.
And then we played out in the middle field.
Millfield. What am I supposed to be?
Millfield.
No, Millfield. I said the Middlefield. So it's Millfield.
Do you know where?
No, across the intermediate there, there's houses in there.
You know where the sports centre is?
Yeah. Oh yes, sports centre. Yes.
Well, you see the houses beside it.
Yes.
That's where the pitch was.
Oh, that's where the pitch was. Oh, right. Okay.
And I remember actually running a few dances, Brian and us, to get an outfit. We played in the minor league.
Yeah.
Against Malachy's.
Yeah.
And
the
first day we got the jerseys on. I'm talking about it was the Wolverhampton Wanderers colours.
Yeah.
And that must have cost
black and gold.
Fortune. What?
Black and gold.
Black and gold and the full of that. So Malachy's were from
West Belfast.
Yeah.
Okay. And they fought and they ripped the jerseys off. Oh, they were fighting. Oh, aye.
Seriously?
On
the first day you got the jerseys?
The very first day I got the jerseys, you know what I mean? It was a minor league match. It was a guttery hole, okay, up at the thing.
Was it their ground?
No, it's
out the mill?
Out the mill.
Yeah.
And it was a minor league match. I wasn't playing, but a lot of the bigger fellas were playing. And Michael Murray now,
Kevin, just I want you to push
Yeah,
your chair
yeah.
because we're losing all the
Yeah,
gas.
yeah.
Come over towards you.
Over.
Towards you. Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
And
perfect.
Michael Murray,
Yeah.
I remember because he could handle himself, so he couldn't. But the blood was pouring out of him, and it was surreal. And like we had saved for it, and then we also ran a dance, do that black and white strip.
Yeah.
Is that like
Yeah.
Newcastle jersey?
Yeah, like Newcastle jersey, yeah.
We used to change up in Harry Mullins.
Harry's the wee bar.
The bar,
Yeah.
and walk down the main street.
Yeah.
You were going to dance in your football in the
So
football.
he changed his Harry Mullins. So Kevin, I didn't know about that. He actually changed his Harry Mullins. I remember one of the times he's changed in the back of my cans.
That was
after that.
That was in the later years.
Yeah.
That was when we had the blue colours.
Yeah.
Blue colours. But we ran the dance out in the hall where the snooker table is up there. Where
Don't drop the rock
Don't
hall.
yeah, the rock hall.
Yeah.
We ran a dance there and raised money for it, and enough money for it. But you see, football jerseys then, I'm just recalling how much they were. Brian Ward and us went in one day to get an outfit in one of the sports shops in Belfast, okay?
Mhm.
And Brian had a wee bit of money, and James, we were just going in for the jerseys, and your man says there's a special offer on here, full outfit for £11.
Seriously.
Aye,
For everybody.
For
for
everyone.
everybody.
For 11 jerseys and probably goalkeeper's jerseys as well.
A couple of jerseys, the socks and the shorts and everything.
Oh my
£11.
God.
Brilliant.
And we thought, Brian, that's too much, you know what I mean?
And so he got you and Brian were there.
Brian Ward, and what do you call it? And around the back of St Mary's there was a sports shop in there, but that's
Athletic stores for that.
no, not the athletic stores. Was up more.
Is that like St Mary's in Chapel Lane?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of the wee side streets near
Yeah.
just near Smithfield.
I think that could be all be knocked down now. Cause
Probably
like
it is. But that's how much the outfit was. An orange.
Mm.
It was an orange one. £11
For the whole strip.
for the whole.
For
the whole
shorts.
strip. Say if there was
Perfect.
in today's
For
night, that
everybody,
would cost you.
That was 11. That was 11.
There was-
complete.
It's not really a
I mean,
grand or something for the whole team.
good.
You know what I mean?
Would
But
it?
that's exactly how much. £11.
£11.
I remember that night at Brand. You know what I mean? Bryce Harry.
Yeah, but I would think how you. I don't think I would want to wear that out. So because you want to keep it good in case see if you did wear it out in case someone they say
And
something to you
there's
and
something-
gone
yeah.
to a fight or something.
There's something we used to have. When we were younger, and then going drop, I lived at Andy Mary's. Every so often the hunt was there.
Mm.
You know what the hunt
So
is?
the hunt is that like a
Chasing.
chasing? Oh, like on the wolves? Is that the
No, not wolves.
So it's not like the fox hunting, no.
Oh, just
Yeah,
just
it's-
foxes,
Yeah,
yeah,
back when
foxes.
it's like Irish.
Well, you look in the down the corridor.
Coming out of you.
Yeah,
We're
go on.
losing you again,
Losing
Kevin.
you,
We're losing
losing
you. You keep on pushing yourself out, Kevin.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
Have to rope
You
and tie you around his
You
ears.
look in the down the corridor every week. You saw the hunt was going to be in Dorn's Rock.
Mhm.
So that the hounds all met up about the school. No, the old school in Dorn's Rock.
Mhm.
Out there, we were down at Duckle Davies, and they would have brought the stag down and there was a boat on top of the box it was in, and the pantlins,
Yeah.
into that yard.
Yeah,
So
we
we-
got your
we-
bed, James.
Yeah, but
So we would have went down the fields, and then the stag jumped out, and it was just spectacular. And it would have run into the glen, the weather direction.
yeah,
And then, of course, they must have given the signal for the hounds. Well, I swear to God, I thought they were going to eat us, but the hounds, maybe 50 hounds.
I'd be terrified. I'd be
And I
terrified.
I was terrified.
Mhm.
I remember Brian being there, the stag, they were getting the scent of the stag, and they were coming charging across like an army, and you know, the red coats and the black coats, and the hounds were barking and yelling, and the dogs just run past us. They weren't interested in us, you know what I mean? But that was spectacular, so it was very,
How many hounds was there? Like 50 hounds? Do you remember?
well, could have been.
Could
have been.
Couple of dozen animals. Yeah,
Couple
2 or
of
3
dozen,
dozen.
two
Yeah,
dozen.
yeah, we don't want to exaggerate.
Yeah, I know.
But I still think they have them up in Ballinhinch, so they do, and
On the
not far from. They were kept not far from where Fiona's place is.
No, with Metaldo or something like that.
cattle.
Yeah, somewhere
Yeah,
up around there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kevin, I know how your man's every time we pull you in, you manage to push yourself back out.
I'm going to have a rope here, so don't you just make sure you don't get hit by that microphone.
Just take a
No,
little bit.
Let's make sure like, if the volume picks them up, because I
Mhm.
don't want to be and you
Yeah.
can't hear Uncle Kevin, so you can't even know you can't hear Uncle Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, what was
So, I can't think of anything else.
yeah? Well, yeah. What about like So like I say, like you and Uncle Brian you were very close to Uncle Brian, weren't you?
Well,
Yeah, not
two
good.
brothers.
Two brothers, yeah. And like, what was the like? Remember one time you said before, like during was it Christmas time, you and Uncle Brian got the bus had to go down to
All
your
right,
mum's, your
Mommy had,
granny's to pick up the turkey.
Mommy hadn't what do you call it? The oven wasn't big enough to take the turkey.
Was there something in the main street?
That's
In Queen's Park.
Park.
No, it wasn't. So Mommy would have we would have went down on the day before. Took the turkey down
On Christmas Eve, you mean?
on Christmas Eve, yes, on Christmas Eve, and the granny's oven must have been big enough to cook it up, and then we brought it in a big box, and then we got the bus up, and that was a mill bus, so it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you imagine us having?
What was the mill bus? It was like a wee smaller bus. It wasn't like
No,
a
it's
big
an
Ulster
ordinary
bus.
bus. It was an Ulster bus. It was people coming from the mill in Cumber.
Oh yeah.
Workers in the
Workers
Coming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yes, down at Granny's. And I remember one time in
So Kevin, tell us. So the turkey, Granny cooked the turkey and put the turkey. He's put the turkey in the box.
and
Back and forward
and-
again.
and-
Kevin, as they're holding this bloody. No,
No,
what it is.
there's
The
real-
seats get down. The
the
bloody
seats go
seats get down. Fuck's.
Like it is so many. It's probably wear and tear. That's all it
I
is.
know, but can't.
It's
We're
wear
going to
and
get changed now.
tear.
We're
Not
going to
gonna
get
change
changed
now.
now. Kev's getting. He's getting into holding the guy. Right, go ahead. So you Granny give you the turkey and the
And you
cardboard
put it in the
box.
box.
And you
and tied it all up, and we just I don't know who it was. Come up, it could have been Cal. Of course, he couldn't turn out.
So Cal working at that stage? Was he working in the?
he probably was. Yeah.
Was
He probably was.
Yeah,
I can't remember who.
So you just got Granny gives you the turkey and you just brought it up on the Ulster bus.
and Ulster bus,
Mhm.
and we would have what to call it then. Mom was ready for the dinner the next day.
Mhm.
And then they like see for Christmas Day. They like did the granny come up for Christmas Day dinner
Granny and Granda
Yeah,
come up
come
for
up.
Christmas Day. You know what I mean?
and seeing that.
And
So-
then Granny and them would have went to Uncle Patsy's, you know, and then sometimes would come back to us,
Yes.
you know, maybe a couple of days later. And I remember saying, I don't know what age it was. I remember saying, who was at Uncle Patsy's? And the one said Mary and Josie, and I says, where was Jesus?
He was playing with his toys.
I remember saying that.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I was.
That's how you
He was like
stupid.
playing with the toys. So he was playing with the CP tractor.
Well, that's what I remember
You know,
saying.
what I mean, me and Joseph, you met.
Mary and Joseph,
Yeah,
no,
Mary-
where's Jesus? Yeah, no.
Mary and Joseph are what
I
I
got
call
that.
them.
I got
Are my
that.
cousins.
Our cousins,
Yes.
They're my cousins. Okay, that's
Yeah.
11. Or not 11. Was one
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
And I thought Josie's still 11. And then I asked where was Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You got mixed up.
And,
So I said Jesus.
But that part had him a belt around the ear. For
Not
being
the same.
sick.
Well, that's what I probably would have said. Really,
Well,
probably
either way.
not like listening. Did you say that I wasn't listening that time?
So, there's nothing else I can think of.
Yeah, but like, okay. Who was your favorite? Well, I'll tell you what. You're my United supporter, aren't you?
What?
You're my United supporter, aren't you? Yeah, my
yeah.
dad's my United
So I
supporter.
remember I said we were talking about last week about Brian always said you always said somebody in each division. So in the first division you maybe just say it doesn't matter with Wolves, and the second division Brian had Blackburn over something.
No.
Will you tell me who they were?
As I told you that when it was supposed to be Babes, remember the plane crash?
Mhm.
That's when you know what I mean? That was in
57, 58.
57, 58.
Yeah.
And actually United played in the cup final that day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, that year.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Remember that?
They were beat, weren't they?
They were beaten. They were beaten. Bolton Wanderers could beat them, and Harry Gray got knocked out in the goals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then the joke was afterwards because that Laughs House went up the ball and hit Harry, and he
And the back hit him in the back.
hit him in the back,
Yeah.
and he fell and he was knocked out. But I remember somebody saying to once, Harry Gregg met in that Laughs House in the pub one day, and he charged him. He was going to pay for the drink, and that Laughs House says, "I don't charge goalkeepers."
Right. Right.
Yes. But Brian, he supported Portsmouth
Yeah.
because Portsmouth were in the first division.
Mhm.
Okay, but when they were demoted, that's when he went for Blackburn. What do you call it? Didn't know that the other week.
Yeah. Right.
Mark didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was Portsmouth because Norman New Pritchard.
Who's known your pictures?
He was the Northern Ireland goalkeeper.
Oh, right.
Right.
He played for
Portsmouth.
See, he played for Portsmouth, and he also played in the World Cup. He was second keeper.
58.
58. Actually, one of the matches against Italy, he played, but for some unknown reason against Italy, it wasn't what I call it. It wasn't because they didn't have the proper referee. I don't know what happened. He got held up, so had to do it.
Charlie got some from.
But the match was live in Windsor Park, and we had to get Joe McLaughlin to ask Mrs. Dignan would he let us out there to go and see
the match.
Yeah, go match.
No, to go to the match. Go up to Paddy Creighton.
That was the other because I never heard that story before.
No.
But do you mean Jim Creighton's dad?
No.
What Creighton was that?
Top of the Queen's Park.
Where Mrs. Creighton lived?
Your Mrs. Creighton.
I didn't know was she married then?
Oh, aye, Mrs. Creighton.
Yeah. Who was Mrs. Creighton before she was married? Who was she? Was she? Was she a burden or a ward or something like that? There?
No, not. I don't know how she was. You know what I mean?
So I didn't know Mrs. Creighton. I just thought she was something in Pat's
No. Paddy Creighton was a postman.
Yeah.
Okay. And you take it. Do you see when he would have sat out in the post?
Yeah.
On a bike. Okay. He would have went down the Carsontown Road. I know that there's a lane takes you from that.
Yes, I know that's from
There's a lane takes you from there onto the Barney Market Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
He would have cycled across there and come back up Uncle Davy's. You know what I mean? But you take the amount of stuff he had.
All he carried on his
bike. The vans now and everything.
Yeah. I say like people love the vans.
Your Uncle Brian used to be in the post.
Yeah, I remember like before he went into in between.
But he was
before in summertime, he was a postman.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Uncle Brian did up around Ballymacaramry. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And there's woman always gave him his breakfast when he came to them.
Never knew that.
Whenever Brian got to the house, wherever it was, up one of the lanes, she always made Brian's breakfast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I was what I call it.
Always a priest to see him get something.
But no, he really shouldn't.
Well, like student priests always get something.
I was what I call it. I recall this here a lot of years ago. I used to deliver milk up around the Middle Road.
Middle Road, yeah.
The Middle Road.
Yes,
up to Grants. And when I went round the back on a sunny day, one of the daughters was out in a bikini sun.
Candace going live. We're
going to have to like
But I had a staff round her, and I remember speaking to her maybe recently. She used to work in the Ulster Bank with Philomena. I never knew this. And I was talking to her, I don't know whether the woman's dead there or not. And I was talking to her one day and I said, I used to deliver milk with Bob Bar with you. Yeah. And I said to her, and I used to have to, I was only about 13 at the time, and you were sitting sunning yourself and you had to step out around me. She said, that's what she said.
And what she said?
And she just laughed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was what I called. She actually still lives up there, Kevin.
Does
she still lives? Because I met her last week. up in the wee coffee shop at Harry's in Harry's. And
I didn't realize she worked because she knew Philomena.
Yeah,
I did when I was talking to her about it.
Is it Isabel?
I wouldn't have a clue. I mean.
But she still lives in that house because I asked her last week. She says I'm still living up there.
Well, I never.
I mean, I was ordinarily married 46 years, and she was there at that stage. And I think Bob Grant was still living at that stage. Yeah. He was. Yeah.
No,
he definitely was. So and there was another thing I wanted to ask about Kevin. Where did you meet? Where did you meet Auntie Anne?
Oh yeah, how do you say it? Because I remember one time years ago when someone said, how do you get married? I think you were going for years really. I think you said, do you want to get married or something? It was very but how did you
spur of the moment?
Yeah, spur of the moment. Like
we were engaged the same day as Rosemary Martin and Johnny and what do you call them? Rosa
and Tommy McMahon.
Tommy McMahon.
Yeah.
James
McMahon.
We were engaged the same day as them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going
Can just come forward again?
Yeah,
we're losing you.
I remember going into Belfast, and we got Elena Seamus's car. We were taking Seamus in with us because he was
going to work. Really?
He worked in the bookies, so he was.
The bookies? In the bookies? I never heard knew that.
What?
Seamus worked in the bookies.
Oh, for God's sake!
I thought he was always up in
He worked for on a Saturday. He worked for years in the bookies.
What bookies is that?
And around the back of Smithfield.
Yeah.
Smithfield.
like
That's at the back of that's
Go on,
not the
name,
back of that support.
do you mean like
If you ask,
Eastwoods or something like
no,
that?
that wasn't Eastwood. It
It
was
was never-
Arlie Race with a.
Is that where Big Artie worked? Did he work in bookies?
He worked in the bookies. Yeah,
All
yeah.
his life, like.
I always life. But yes, Seamus, so I had said we're going to get. So Seamus said you come in along with us. So he gave me the car in the morning. I went and brought on up to Seamus's. And then when we went down, Seamus, I got into the back, and it was the time of the seatbelts. We were just starting, you know what I mean?
Oh, like so the rig I can be safely or the rig when
No, but what I call it wasn't
What
seatbelts.
car was it?
Oh, I wouldn't have a clue.
It was the Katina.
I don't know. But what I'm saying,
I think you always had nice cars, so you did. I
what I
remember.
call, when we were driving up the lane, Seamus said, don't forget the seatbelt.
Mhm.
Because Seamus would have asked me if I got the name of the car on a Wednesday night, okay, don't forget to make sure Alan wears the seatbelt. And we were driving up the lane, and Seamus sitting in the back. Seamus says, "Alan, don't forget the seatbelt." Alan says, "I never bought it." Oh, that was it. Oh, that was it. Oh, dear me.
So Kim, where'd you meet Anne?
So how did you meet?
Where'd you meet Anne?
Well,
Cross?
No,
Drummer Road?
Here.
No.
Was it one time you asked? Was it Auntie Moya or Auntie Phil made here? Is any of those are girls? Any of those are girls? Any of those? Is anyone looking for a boyfriend or something?
No, I was not hard up, James.
No, it wasn't.
No, I heard about Anne Muscala, but there was two Anne Muscalas. There's Anne's Anne O.
And you're again.
What's
Anne
yours for?
O.
Who's for Olivia?
Olivia. Anne.
And right.
Olivia.
The other one is known as Anne B.
Anne B.
Bernadette. She's
Who's she?
Tommy Muscala, the painter. Used to work
Yeah. His sister.
His sister, okay. But she went and joined RAF. Sure, I was going to go along with her to join RAF.
Was she?
You know what I mean?
Join RAF?
Good. All right.
Yeah, probably like that big story.
Wing Commander Anne Muscala.
Yeah. She's probably making a fortune.
No, but
you could be
I
a
really
husband.
Well, I fancied her at school, but I was too shy to be calling with her at school.
I remember Crossgar School.
Crossgar. Was that there? That was Sitcom Kills, wasn't it? No.
Yes, Sitcom Kills.
She was sitting behind me one day, and I asked for Len for pencil. So I turned around to get her pencil, and the girl beside her, she wanted Len of it, and the pencil broke in two, and that was a bad impression of me. So
oh my God!
You know what I mean?
Hadn't even mattered there.
And then with Derek one night, Brian Warden, and Brian didn't turn up for a football match one Saturday. I had arranged, and you see, you had no telephones. You know what I mean? How we were supposed to go to our class to play somebody, and they were waiting for us in our class, but Brian Ward stepped in, so we didn't get going. So I was in really bad form one night, and Brian says, "How do you fancy going to a dance at Derek?" You know what I mean? And she was going with Mary at the time, and I asked Anne out. And Anne says, "I'll think about it."
Mm-hmm.
But
what you said?
Did
you get back to you?
Take long to think about it? Did there a while to think?
And then
hard to get, James.
See, when you went to dance, even though when I was going with Anne, she danced. She sort of got up on all the dances with all the people, so she did.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can't blame her for that.
Was there? I can see when at those dances, was there like maybe girls dancing or there boy dancing? And then did you have to try and mingle or something?
All the girls sat along that side of Dark Hall, and all the boys sat on that side, and the other side.
And you never asked her up for dancing. No, we don't. You know what I mean?
Trying to dance, and you had to walk back, had to reverse back over again.
That's right.
Wasn't like was it a wee bit like in the nightclubs in the? I can see when the dance was coming to the end of the night.
Yeah.
Was the DJ put on the saloon music? The signal for the boys,
the bachelors.
Boys,
I believe.
If you want that dance.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And then
who actually ran the dance down there those days?
Oliver Muscala, as we call it. What?
The big O.
Big Oliver. It was the record hop. It was called.
The record
hop. And Oliver says, "If you don't get up, I'm going home." So you know what I mean. People are very, very slow to get. But I remember being down many a Mother's Night. Waiting to pick up Mommy, and then there was a Mother's Night, what do you call it, Cal, and then went down to Mother's Night, and they were very popular, but we were just young at the time, you know what I mean. But I went down with Dolly, you stood and watched them, you know. But so that's all I can really think of.
Yeah, and then did you that, and then the granddad can pick you up and drag you back up to Queen's Park?
No. Dolly, I remember Dolly sitting about 2:00 in the morning. I come home one night. and I come through the back door and into the living room
in Queen's Park.
Queen's Park.
Queen's Park. And Daddy says, "Where were you? You're a bit late." And well, it was Christmas, and I'd been to midnight mass, and
You were down in Muscallys then?
down in Muscallys then, putting the toys out for Mom. You know what I mean? And he said, "That's all right." So the next morning, Mama said to me, "If I got him, he was expecting you to be full." So he was. You know.
It's like I thought you're coming home blocked.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh-huh.
dear me. No.
But like, you were the good child, so you were. Uncle, you were the good child. You weren't.
At all.
No, you were good.
Kevin, what about the wee Morris 1300 you have? The wee Greenman. Oh, you know the Kevin had a real sporty wee car.
Oh yeah, because I always remember you had the nicest cars, really. Like,
Me, the nicest car.
yeah, I think I wanted, but
tell
Uncle
you money,
George,
see,
because Uncle
tell you.
George, it's because you were like a joiner, you had lots of money, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said to buy, you had a nice wee car,
Hold on a
nice
second.
nice clothes.
Can I tell you? Whatever car I got, the battery was always bad on it. See if we went to the Pickers and Cumber, you parked at the top of the hill
I had to get a run down the hill.
to get a run down the hill, okay? And as you started, Drummer Road was the same.
You're in the car parking on the hill.
The car can run down the hill and get started, you're okay. But this night, she had Rafa when I left Anne off at night, and I had come out of the gate. If the battery was low, I would go down next to Rafa to get a long run.
Yeah.
Okay. And one night it wouldn't start. So I had to come back up. But this time when I was in bed, I had to wrap them up again. And Robert was going to have to leave me up at home.
James, because in those days, when the batteries weren't good, you just ran the car in the hill and then jump started. You know, if I said, give me a push.
Yeah. I like
the
them. I like them, but you just might have to just get the wee wind up, like
Oh,
the wind up car.
No.
Wind it up. No. Yeah. Well, that is why like cars are better now. The better built now, really. So
But Uncle Kevin arrived one day, James. I remember Kevin. It was like a 1300. You had more 1300.
1300
Yeah.
black.
Was it black with the black?
Black.
Wasn't that green with the black roof? So like turquoise,
No.
green.
No, it was orange. It
Was it?
was yellow and black.
Was it?
Yellow. There's really yellow cars coming back in.
No, yellow and black.
This here was really sporty looking, but
Sporty, yeah, no,
yeah,
but
and-
that's
and
the
it's
next
sporty
colour,
wheels
yellow.
on it.
And it's bucket seats.
And bucket seats.
Bucket seats,
Bucket
like-
seats. The seats were really
Oh,
narrow.
narrow. Okay.
Uncle Kevin found himself as a bit of a
Yeah,
certain
yeah, what's he like,
Early race. I
Michael
remember.
Schumacher?
I used to take Dar early race to the football. So
even fit in the bucket seat.
he jumped putting in the seats. So yeah. I think I actually had to put him in the back.
So you did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're going to play for Kilmore. Young Kevin played for Kilmore once
Yeah. Oh yeah.
before we got him transferred to the
AIC was
for a
what,
large amount of money.
large amount of money. So like, what was like, so I think Kilmore didn't pay you well. No.
When you played football years ago, there was very few pitches you played on were any good, weren't they?
No. So Kilmore's the same. Kilmore's good enough pitch in the summertime, but in the winter time it's just
But
wet.
you drive past it now and you wonder how you wouldn't graze
it's a side of hill.
I could tell you who played for Kilmore once, and then we left him out, and he played in sub, an Irish international. Who was an Irish international? Terry Cochran. He used to play for
Is that
Kilmore.
right?
Because
I didn't know that, Kevin. You must have told that story before.
Irish International. What do you mean?
He played for Northern Ireland.
Oh, play for Northern Ireland, really?
Yeah, I.
But he wasn't good at ground.
It wasn't good at the
But because he was at bloody Greeley, so he was. He was fantastic. But I remember actually going tackling him one time, and I said, "I could pass me before." And he was way on fast, and I was still standing. Like it was not like another like an.
He was in the league.
He was like another Geordie Best, so he was.
Yeah.
He was that sort of a player. Oh, he's a superb player, international. In fact, one of the qualifiers to get them through to the World Cup one time, he chased the ball down to the
into the corner, that's right, into the far
And
corner, and he stopped it.
he
And I got it back then for
someone. I haven't a clue.
was it Jerry Armstrong?
I
it was.
wouldn't have a clue.
That was about 1970 something, 70
Well, if he hadn't chased the ball
in the corner.
and there was only 1-1
Yeah.
that night, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he caught it and crossed it over, you know.
I think it was Jerry Armstrong. But anyway, Kevin, what about Johnny Davidson? Now you know Shannon's married to Davidson now, but what about Johnny Davidson was always sort of
Who was like him? Who's Johnny Davidson? Was he
Johnny Davidson,
another footballer?
he played cricket and football for Saintfield James. Johnny Davidson played football.
AYC.
Very good.
No, he just
he played for Glenavon, so he did, but because Johnny wasn't interested in training and whatever, Nod they called him.
Old. Was like is that over for old?
No, just a nickname. But it's good with the head, was it?
Oh, very, very good with the head. I played for Glenavon. We used to get that. That's something we used to get every Saturday night. There on Saturday night with the bus coming in.
Iron Saturday nights.
Well, tell me, man. It was like the Belfast Telegraph.
Yes.
On Saturday night there was there was a sports version come out. Sports version came out, and all the football results on it. So see,
it used to be called the Pink, and there's they still have them.
Yeah.
See, if you ask, what do you call him? He lives over in Portsmouth. They still have a pip called the Pink.
Yeah.
With sports results, you know, what I mean, coming in on Saturday.
The paper instead of the paper being white, it was like a shade of pink. Very, very light shade of pink. And it was the sports version of the sports thing.
I didn't know they had a sport.
They used to sit and wait in Fair Hazel's as the Telegraph. You just go down and see the Telegraph in you, or the Saturday night.
Saturday night, no, we're down.
It's Saturday night.
And that could have been 6. We'd have waited on him coming off the bus, and we'd have brought it up to Fred Hazel. And like maybe 6 of us there, and we all had 6 hours Saturday night. So hard, you know what I mean? And then when I went down to Coughlin's, Barney Coughlin's, and discussed the football, and I had a nice cream, you know, it cost you about 6pence.
You Ken James. Ken Ace. That was his mummy owned that there, and there was a wee sweet shop and an ice cream shop.
Or I see when you talk about sports, really, I always remember like. But when I was wee, my dad used to play Mario Kart. It was all about the points, really. Mario Kart, that'll be Mario Kart in the game, and if they become first, you get 9 points. And over the years, so I can't kind of try to drop later on, right? That it's all about it's all about the like where you come on the like table. So it is like see like because you're probably looking at see what sports are, right? Who score what and who's on top of the league, who's above who, who's under who.
Yeah.
So it's all about like the points, really. Whereabouts you come, really.
Kevin, what about
I'll tell you what. Did she when television come out at the start?
Yeah.
She when television come out.
That was in 19.
Well, whatever it was, the pubs all would have the televisions. We used to stand over it, see it.
With home
bakery.
And look across at Carvel's. We could see the TV. We could see the TV up and thing. Now we couldn't. We knew what was on. Take Your Pick was on, or Huey Green was on, because they were from the radio. We used to listen to them on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
You were quite content to stand on the far side of the street.
You listen and just watch
it. You watch it.
You just watch the figure. What were you going to see at Starnes? Far side of the street.
You weren't like into the bar. No, kids were not necessarily. Maybe your dad watching or something. No,
my dad.
Even for a coke, even just
no. But that's where we stood over. What I call it.
So you understand? They stood in the main street, and they stood there and watched the TV. No, that's TV across the street.
Across the street. It was like good eyesight back then. You must have very good eyesight. I'd be struggling.
No, it was up in the corner because it was up in the corner. You know what I mean?
So it was the Rosie Bar.
The Rosie Bar.
The pub,
it's not like Chucky and Joe's.
And the TV was up high. So Kevin,
I think I remember the TV. Remember you
was Brian with you?
Brian, Ted McCarron, used to stand just in the football or the cricket or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's a sad we were standing.
Simple like times, sad, but simple times, happy times.
I'm going to tell one of Brian's favorite stories that I always told about playing football and down the Mill Dam, down the Mill, so out the Belfast Road. So I don't know if you're playing out, Kevin, but it was a day that Brian scored many goals. He scored many goals.
Yes, so Brian was a good centre forward.
But Brian scored 6 goals or something like that.
Yeah.
So your Uncle Brian's friend was Ted McCarr, and he wasn't playing that day because he wasn't well. And so your Uncle Brian
joined in.
Your Uncle Brian, the match was on Saturday, and your Uncle Brian after the match over, come back and up in the Queen's Park, and he went up the wee hill.
Yes, the wee hill.
And to McCall's house, and Ted McCall lived in the first wee house just across from the Mullan. And he rapped the door, and Ted came out, and Brian, first thing Ted says, "Well, Brian, how did you do today?" And Brian says, I scored 6 goals.
Something like that.
I scored 6 goals. And Ted says, what was the score? We beat 7-6. Either 7-6 or 8-6. But Brian scored 6 goals.
So he just didn't get our 2 goals in.
There was something we'd done in Queen's Park.
Yeah.
We used to wrap the doors.
Oh my God.
Oh, like torture people.
What?
Yeah, it'd been a crime match.
Crime match?
you heard about the one at Johnny Smith.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Tell it story. Tell us story.
We tied a knot to a thread, very thin thread, to Johnny Smith's door. We must have had three threads and joined them up. And when it went up the big hill and wrapped the door, and then Smiths would have come out, and you eased it off, and they opened. They didn't see the string on the door. Okay.
So they'd across the
you were right. Yeah.
Yeah, we were out of sight.
Messers.
Yeah. And then you would have seen the Smiths after a while standing at the side of the window looking out, and they were just again. And then we could watch them coming around the back. You see, he was coming up. Johnny. The dad was standing at the gable of the house. Wrap the door, and then he wrapped there, and there was nobody there. You know what I mean? Couldn't understand it. But Jim Burton come down the hill. He came down the hill to go up and visit Creighton's, and we had the string, and he walked across the string, so it meant the door wrapped. And then we had to take off. So what?
Oh, it wrapped quickly.
Yeah. Or there's some brand down an eye, like brand's supposed to be.
But he's going to be the saint.
He is.
Hey, what do you call it? I can't see Brian being in heaven yet, so couldn't
I can't.
because would have said one time we'll go down the backs of people's gardens, you know, at night, back at Amsters, down by McCarl's, down to Fred Bailey's, and if Fred Bailey would have got you,
he would have shot you.
Jim,
you know what they were doing, James? This is in
the
Queen's Park was just sort of built in the early 50s. So they didn't have all big heads and all around them. So you know the wee hill?
Yeah.
The wee narrow hill. So they started the very, very last house up there, crossing 9 miles, the other side, and ran down all the backs, all the gardens, all the way down.
So it's kind of like a horse racing.
That's exactly what it was like.
Jumping over the hedges.
And going to the next garden. So they went from the top of Queen's Park across the way down all the way.
I always remember you done the same thing with Nanny's house. See, when we were visiting Nanny, we were leaving. You used to jump the hedge.
Oh, go down to the back field.
You know, you used to jump the hedge. So you did.
Yeah.
Sometimes I used to try that.
Mom, I jumped the hedge one time. And who's going up the park to visit Daddy? Gloria Honeyford.
Gloria Honeyford.
Did you know that?
No. Come back from Kevin.
Gloria
Honeyford used to do a program on
UTV.
Maybe on the radio.
Yeah.
On the radio.
Yeah.
And with some Ulster thing. And of course, Daddy had this lovely hills of Saintfield raising upwards to the sky. Yeah. I knew it was a song or a poem.
It was a poem.
You know.
Challenge made the song. Do you know that?
And
you've heard that, haven't you?
Yeah. And so Gloria, obviously the researchers were always looking for somebody.
Just something different.
Just something different.
So she came to interview Daddy. And while she was coming up the steps, Mommy was coming in the garden, stepped over the garden. She never waited for Gloria Honeyford to come in.
Oh, I think just in kiss Granddad ran off her or something.
Oh no. No.
So can Ma went down around the side of the house and down over the wee wall?
Yes, walked on down next race is
okay.
And Gloria Honeyford's busy walking up. You know what
I bet I say, I Nanny was dressed up. I hope she was looking presentable.
Oh, I'm sure.
She was nice. Taking all day, James.
But there was the steps now, and you would hear Moya saying this very often. At the start, see the steps weren't they? I know down the nurses.
Yeah.
Nurses. Oh.
The number one Queen's Park.
Yes, the very first house.
It used to be a nurse. That's when the nurse.
Oh, that's it. The very first house before the side where JJ Kim Casey used to live.
Oh, I don't know.
No, the ones up in the corner. That was number one. The one see with JJ Casey. That was the last house.
Oh, you mean Queen's Park North?
Anyway, no. See,
this is the whole Queen's Park. There was 40 houses in Queen's Park.
40 houses in Queen's Park.
Okay, like we simply would have up run number one, number two. We used to do that. Yeah. Just go up all the houses, just stand outside number 4, such and such. You know what I mean? How simple. And but it used to be the steps. There was no steps there.
No.
Because you see, when you were going down the street, it was a good shortcut for you. You cut down the nurse, and then gradually people go.
There was a whole hedge.
There was a whole hedge. Okay. So I remember one day going down, and all of a sudden the policeman goes, "Hey, boy! I'm not. I said I'm not doing it again. Come on." I thought I was doing wrong.
You thought you're going to be in Gabber, did you?
Yeah. And he says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'll not do it again." He says, "You'll not do what again?" I'm not going down the step. He says, "Not the step." She says, I want you to bring me some cigarettes.
You each want some cigarettes?
He wanted just some cigarettes.
Or back then they get back
and
then.
but they referred to it and different things because there was a hole in the hedge, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the nurse was at the last house. What did they call the place? And went down the nurse's hole.
No, I might have to like
I might have to cut that bit out.
I might have to like say, yeah, that'll be
hole in the
bad.
hedge.
Yeah, I know it's all here. I know. I like it. So but some people might say, see if it shows anyone else, like, oh, what's real risk psych A. So it's called nurse's hole, was it?
So
that was very good. What?
anything else you want to ask, James?
Tell you what, I didn't know, but I only found this here quite recently. That I didn't know that see for you and Auntie Anne went down, got the land to build your house, your house now. I didn't realize that you and Auntie Anne lived up in the Studer at the probably one house behind where Sammy and Pat used to live.
We lived in Crossgar, opposite the corner end. What do you call it? Corner end.
And then you just go up to back when you were back at Saintfield until your Rafford house was being built.
No, went back up to Saintfield and then went out and stood in Seamus's.
There's a wee house across from Uncle Seamus's.
Yeah, remember after Seamus and Anne used to live when they first got married.
There's creepy crawlers, snails going across, creepy crawlers every flipping night. You went to bed with gloves on you, your socks on you. And think about it, was we were living in a good house, but we wasn't paying any, you know what I mean? But you're paying £39 a month.
Did you? Well, when you got married, did you move into the corner end? Corner end.
Yes.
Did you get married?
Yeah. It was a fiver a week.
$5 a week.
Cal says, "Don't worry, we'll get your name. See, we'll get your name down for a housing executive, you know what I mean? Rather than buying a house." Because I remember that year, a couple of years later, we saved up and went on holidays, and we
where did you go to?
Benidorm. I've only been twice.
I always thought you always was up to I thought you were always up in Port Stewart.
No.
So Benidorm.
But do you see if we could have put a deposit where Charlie McCartan used to live above the
across the school.
Those houses were being built.
Yeah.
And rather than spend it and go on a stupid holiday, we would have bought the mother.
Well, yeah, but it does. I didn't know that you were in Benidorm, Uncle Kevin. I always thought you like staying around Port Stewart, the North Coast. So
I've only been in 2 foreign holidays. I wouldn't think.
And where was the second one? Do you remember?
I remember. I remember Saintfield playing the final of the Junior Cup, and I would give them a ticket
to go.
To stay at home.
Watch them. But see, when you and Diana got married, you're like wedding pictures up there, so it's up on that wall. So you can remember one time I showed you it, and you said that there was you and Aunt's wedding day. It's just a family photograph of like Auntie Anne's not in it, but it's just all the Mullans. Your ones really.
Okay.
It's not on that, huh?
No, it wasn't. Well, it's probably another picture.
There would be.
It was already
it was like I know it's I don't know where Auntie Anne was. She probably was.
James, if you look at it, she's in it, James.
Yeah. Well, it's not there. So it's a black and white picture. So it is. Remember you said that there one time. So you said that. That's. Yeah, so there's probably another picture of Auntie Anne anyway, but that's the one.
I would say she may be Auntie. Maybe
I find.
Right, James.
Okay, here.
So
here, I can't believe it's been over an hour.
Yeah,
an hour. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Okay. Well, yeah, but thank you very much, Uncle.
No problem.
Thank you, Uncle, for joining us. And here the checks in the post. Okay, I'll send the check in the post. So thank you very much, and see you again. Okay, bye. Cheerio.
Okay, cheers again.
Okay, here with if you want to support it.
When you get Brendan?
You went there have the end. Let's keep it free. Okay, see if you like this here podcast, just remember to like and subscribe to the channel.
To me?
Yeah. Save my money. He's called the money. Crowdfunding. Okay. Thank you very much, Uncle Kevin. Bye. All right, Dad.
Okay. See you again. See you in the next version.
See you next one. End.
And there you are. Well done, Kevin. That's
Brenda.